If you like this video, why not subscribe? Hey interwebers, welcome to another episode of the Frugal Filmmaker, the place where movie making and money don't mix. You know, wanting to improve my skills as a cinematographer, I assembled myself a light kit out of hardware store parts, but I still needed somewhere to hang those lights. Now the cheapest light stands I could find were about $20, and I decided that was too much, especially if I wanted more than one. So I came up with a design created from PVC pipe, which cost me about $5 each. And here's how I did it. Okay, here's the core of your PVC light stand right here. This is all based on a 3/4 inch PVC pipe. All these straight pieces you see right here actually come from one 10-foot length. Then you have 4 end caps right here. You have 3 T-joints, and you have 4 couplers right here used to join one 3/4 inch pipe to another. So the first thing you're going to want to do is take your straight 10-foot PVC length. You're going to want to cut it. Now to cut it, I recommend you use these PVC cutters right here. You can get them for $4 at Harbor Freight Tools. They're a lot easier and a lot better than using a hacksaw. They're affordable, and you'll use them a lot if you use build any kind of PVC projects. And you might if you keep watching this show. So you're going to want to take your 10-foot length and cut them up into these various pieces. But you can go ahead and start actually by cutting 5 2-foot lengths. Here's 3 of them right here, so you've got 6 feet right there. Then you can cut 6 6-inch pieces right there. Then you're going to have about a foot left over, and this is about 1.5 inches, and this is the remainder, and I'll show you how you get these 2 lengths a little bit later. But first thing you're going to want to do as far as building anything is you're going to want to take your longest pieces, which are the 3 2-foot lengths, and this one, which is still about 1 foot before we cut it. You're going to want to add a coupler to each end. Just go ahead and do a press fit. You really don't need to glue these at all, which makes it go really fast and easy. Just jam them right on. And these are the segments of your light stand that will allow you to get different lengths. Right now they look like futuristic clubs. I'm going to set those aside, and now you can get the other 6-inch pieces in your 3 T-joints, and you're going to want to put the 6-inch pieces opposite each other in each T-joint. So now you have 3 exactly the same thing that looks like this. Now take your 4 end caps and put them on the ends of 2 of these. Just jam them on and they'll look like that. On the last one, you're going to want to take your 1-foot piece and jam it in here, and then just cut it a little bit, I don't know, about like 1 inch out. So you're going to have something like this, little insert. And then the rest of it you'll get from this piece. So basically you're just sticking it in here and cutting a little piece off. That's how you get those 2 pieces. Now this is what makes up your base right here. But here's your entire light stand right there, basically disassembled so that you can transport it. Now to actually build the stand, you're going to want to take the piece with the insert and attach the other 2 sides like this. That's your base right there. This is where you're going to build your light stand onto by just putting the coupler of each piece, depending on how tall you want it, on that piece right there. I mean, that's a basic light stand, a small light stand right there. See, that's about a foot in the air. Suppose you wanted to go 2 feet, well then you could take a 2-foot piece and jam it on there, and you have a 2-foot stand. You can go all the way up to 7 feet. If you want 3 feet, you can add this to the top of this one. If you want 4 feet, add another 2-foot segment on top of this, and then add this, and you have 5 feet, and so on up to 7 feet. And that's the basis of this whole system. But now I'm going to show you what you can do with it and what lights you can add onto this, and maybe a way you didn't think of. If you want to add a work light to the top of your stand, it's very easy. You just add one of these nifty little end caps right here, same size as the others you used on your base, and then it just fits right on top of your light stand, like so. Here's how you hang a clamp light. Just clamp it to the pole and reinforce it with a spring clamp. A fluorescent light can go on much the same way, only it'll take 2 spring clamps. One to hold it on top, and one to hold it on the bottom. This might not even be enough to keep it from sliding up and down, in which case you can add a small spring clamp underneath the bottom one to keep it from falling. I want to talk about the base for a minute. I really like this kind of flat to the ground design because as a result, if you need to stabilize or put a weight on your base right here, you don't even need a sandbag. You can use anything just to go right on top of it like that. That'll help keep the whole unit stable, and you can even attach the post right here, right to any flat object. I also like this because unlike a pro stand, you can go right to the ground with mounting your light. So suppose you wanted some kind of kicker light from down below. Well, now you can do it with this nice flat little stand. Something you can't do with a pro stand, which looks more like a tripod. Now that's pretty good for a basic light stand, I think, but if you want to add a few simple accessories, you can make the thing do even more. The first accessory part is this elbow joint, which is a 3/4 inch elbow with an insert attached. You can get these by cannibalizing one of your 1 foot lengths, or you can just find some scrap, whatever works there. The second part is this T-joint, which actually has a larger end than the 3/4 inch, so that you can slide your segments and adjust it if you're going to build something like a C-stand, which I'll show you in just a second. And finally, we have this hinge joint right here, which will actually attach onto a 3/4 inch PVC pipe. And then I have a 3/4 inch adapter, which screws right in here, giving you this. So let's suppose you don't want your stand to be as wobbly, and it doesn't get wobbly when you build it up to 7 feet and try and hang a light on it. Even though I like the ability of this to kind of tilt at an angle, I had put one of these on a staircase once, and this was one way I could get it to stabilize was by angling it back, since this end hung over the stair. But let's suppose you don't want to do that. Well, you can take your hinge T and then a 1 foot length, an elbow like so, and another 1 foot length, and put all these together and give your light stand a third leg that you can also weight down. Just attach it like so, and then slide the T down into the ground, and now you've got a much more stable surface like so to keep everything steady. Now you can put a sandbag on here, or if you don't have a sandbag, how about an open phone book? That would probably do the exact same thing, and it's much more frugal. One thing I really like about this system is that if you're a little bit inventive, you can take these basic parts and make all kinds of interesting contraptions that can help you on your shoot. What I've done here is I've made a 2 foot by 4 foot rectangle by stringing together the six 2 foot lengths with the 4 elbow joints. And I've got this frame now, which just happens to be the same exact size as a baby's crib sheet. And I've got a few of these lying around because I've had a few babies. So if you attach this thing onto the frame you've built, I'm going to have to twist it. It's a pretty snug fit, but use a little bit of force and it will go on. And you just twist it back. So now you've got this crib sheet on this frame, which you can now use as a reflector or a diffusion filter for the sun to put over your actors to get rid of those harsh shadows. And if you add the T-joint fitting on either side, like so, just attach it right on there, you can actually attach either end to 2 more stands. I don't have any stands left because they're lighting the scene now. They're holding my work lights. That's just one of the things you can do with this setup. And here's another one. Here I've converted the light stand into a C-stand, basically by taking stand segments and running them through that accessory T-joint that I mentioned earlier. The segments are used as counterweights to hold up a Chinese lantern. You're going to want that stabilizer leg for this one. Finally, you're going to want some way to carry all your stands around, so you're going to have to get some kind of a duffel bag. This one I think was about 30 inches long. Just make sure that it's able to handle those 2 foot lengths, and you can fit 5 or 6 stands and all the components right in here. And that's how you build your PVC light stand for less than $5. It's useful, practical, and affordable. If you like this tip, please come to thefrugalfilmmaker.com for more. And you can also find us on Instructables, Twitter, and Facebook. See you later.